Hey guys, welcome to a new video, to a new year. It is officially 2024. Today is Tuesday, January 2nd. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. One of my goals for 2024 is to try some new videos, try some new things. There have been a lot of ideas that I've had, things that I have seen other people doing that I wanted to try and implement, that I just didn't get around to in 2023, or that I have kind of had the back burner while I kind of processed and thought my way through it. And this is one of those videos. I've done something similar in the past. I don't know if I did it in 2023. It might have been in 2022. But I wanted to do a different style of that video. So like I said, this is something I've been thinking about for a while. This is a type of video that I've seen Sarah Cannon do on heart breathings. I will link her down below. She does these videos, I think she does it monthly. And I've always loved those videos. I watch them all the time, and I watch other people's as well. Love watching these kinds of videos. And so, like I said, I thought that I would give it a try, especially this year, because I do have like the instruments or the materials needed for this kind of video. So it works well, and it was perfect timing for me to have received these materials for the beginning of the year, so that I could start these videos from the beginning. So, what video am I talking about? I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to call these. I don't know if I'm going to call them like journal flip-throughs, planner flip-throughs. Sarah, I think, calls them her journal challenges, I think. Or her notebook challenge. I think that's what it is, a notebook challenge. But I don't want to call it that because I don't want it to seem like I'm copying her. I am emulating her, and I did get this idea from her. But I don't want it to seem like I'm copying her outright, you know. So I don't want to use the same title that she used. I want to figure out something different. So I'm not sure if I'm just going to call it like monthly journal and planner flip-throughs. Maybe that'll be what it is. I will decide on the actual topic at a later time. If you have any ideas of what I could possibly call these videos, call this series, let me know down below. I would appreciate your comments. One of my biggest goals, another big goal for 2024, is to get more engagement on the channel, to have more comments, to have more of a discussion down below in the comments, and to start to really grow this little community and kind of develop my own little corner of the internet. I have the content, I have plenty of videos. Now I just need, and my follower account is slowly growing. I'm definitely not a big channel by any means, but I'm okay with that. What I really want to focus on in 2024 is growing the community and really having those discussions. So let me know down below if you have a good idea for what I could call these videos. Let me know down below if you have any of these planners or journals. Do you enjoy watching these kinds of videos? Let me know down below your thoughts. So what I'm gonna do in these videos is kind of flip through all of my, I guess what the name implies, flip through my different journals and planners that I have. I have quite a few different things that I'm using, so I want to show those off. Like I said, I love watching those kinds of videos. And yeah, I'm gonna try it for a while, see what the views are like, see what the general consensus is, and then I'll decide if I want to continue doing them or not. So this one is a little bit different because a lot of these it's obviously the beginning of the year, so a lot of these are like starting out fresh and new, which I love. So I definitely want to, like I said, capture this at the beginning of the year. So I'm gonna go and turn my camera around and get started off and show you guys what planners and journals I'm working with this year. Okay, yeah, so I know this isn't like the best lighting in the world, but this is the best setup I could come up with for now. I eventually want to get a different kind of like those over the desk like cameras or like tripods, but I don't have one right now, so until I get that, this is the best setup I could come up with. So you see here, one thing I wanted to show, the background on my iPad is my 2024 vision board. I have different areas. I have family up here, travel, friends, myself, like self-care, hobbies, reading, and then like work stuff, just all kinds of things. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. I love the different colors and the pictures that are on it. And my phrase for the year is here. By the time you're watching this, I think my reflections, my 2023 reflections video should be out. So you'll have seen that I chose choose the good as my phrase for 2024. So yeah, I wanted to show that, and then I also wanted to show the board behind this Kanban board, which is something that I'm going to be talking about here in a little bit. So we're going to put up the first notebook. Like I said, I don't have a very good setup for this. I hope that this is going to work. So this little notebook was given to me by a family friend for Christmas this past Christmas, like last month. She noticed that they go to church with us, and she noticed that I always have like different journals that I'm taking notes in at church. And so she gifted me this Vegas Golden Knights journal, and at first I wasn't sure what I was going to use it for, And then I decided to turn it into my like bookish tracker for the year. I'm gonna have a digital one as well in Google Sheets, but I like to have something you know, physical as well. So this is what it's gonna look like this year. You can see I have 2024 reading journal there. Some of the stuff is not like colored in and filled in quite yet. Some of it is, some of it is not. So here's the reading log. This is like the typical like bookcase books that people always have that they like color in throughout the year. So I have that. I did draw all this myself. I'm not very good. I'm not the best like artist in the world, but it will do the trick. And I think I have 100 books on here. The last couple of years I've read 120 books, about I think between 120 and 130. So I do have some space down here where I could add like an extra long shelf and add some more books. So if I need to add more at the end of the year, I can do that. So I have that. And then I want to read 22 books that are on my shelves currently. So I need to add this in. I'm gonna look on my my shelves and look at my unread books and add them to here, and I want to read those in the coming months. I'm gonna do a separate video, like a bookshelf tour and talking about how many unread books I have on my shelves, and I'll probably fill this out on that video, so be on the lookout for that coming. That may not be coming either until the end of the month or maybe February. Then I have a 2024 overview, so this is just talking about, you can see I have all 12 months. How many books I read, how many pages, 5 stars, audiobooks, ebooks, physical books, how many books from the library, how many books I bought, and how many books I read that I own. So that for each month. And you can see here I just have like the typical boxes where you just color in each box as you read a book. So I think I did 100 of these maybe, or 120. I did 110, and then you can see I left space so that if I need to add more, I can. Then this is my TBRs. Basically, I'm gonna go through and add 12 books for my TBR for the month. I did create my TBR on like a separate page, and I have a lot more than 12. I think I have like 24. So I don't think I'm gonna read that many books in this month, but I'll probably either put like the top 12 that I think I'm gonna read, or I'll just add more here and do like a top 6, like a 16 book TBR, and then see what I can check off from there. Then here, this is gonna be daily tracking of how many pages I read. As you can see, I need to delete some of these lines, or not delete, but like erase some of these lines, and keep track of how many pages I read. So I already, as you can see, I'm behind one day, so I need to go in and add that in at some point. Then I just have, so this is for January, and then I have blank pages after that. Well, I will go in and, I'm not sure if I want to do, like spreads for each specific book. I would like to do like artistic, like scrapbook style kind of spreads for each book, and maybe put like the picture of the cover and then some information, and then like a spread with like a review maybe. Something I really want to do more in 2024 is more book reviews, so maybe I'll write those in here. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it yet, if I'll do it more minimalistic or if I'll make it more like memory keeping style, like scrapbook style for each book. And then at the end of the month, I'm going to do a like reading wrap up of what books I read that month, and I want to do a spread of like small pictures of the covers of every book I read. So you will see that in the next video I do this. I think I'm going to do one of these at the beginning of every month, so you'll see that in February's. I'll do like a follow-up or wrap up for, or maybe I'll do that in my monthly wrap-up video. Maybe I'll add like a journaling section in my monthly wrap-up video, and I'll create that page in that video. And so yeah, that is it for this one. The rest is blank right now. If I end up running out of space, then I'll obviously just get a new notebook. I have plenty of blank notebooks, or I'll just get another spiral style one like this one. So yeah, that is my reading journal for the year. And like I said, I'm also going to do a digital version. Maybe I will do a separate video on that when I get that done. So that is that. This is my planner, or one of my planners. This is the same one I used last year. I really love the setup of this. I have, you can see this purple pen over here. My aunt makes these, and she gifted me this one for Christmas. It has like a little Bible verse on the little tag there, and it's purple, which obviously matches my cover here and matches my iPad cover as well as my Kindle cover. I definitely love purple and like lavender and all like that shade of color. See all the stickers here, and let's open this up and I'll show you what it looks like inside. Let's see. So as you can see over here, I have more stickers in here. I have just stuff that I'm holding, some more stickers and stuff, paperwork, stuff that I need in the pocket there. Oops. This planner is from a website called Girl Gotta Change. I will link them down below. The planner came with these pre-made like spreads, and it came with enough that I used these. I don't remember when I got the planner. It might have been maybe April or May of last year, I think, maybe. But it came with enough of these for me to continue to use it into 2024. I think I have enough to last me until June, maybe. So this has like there's enough pages to do one of these a month. So this is my January goals, and you can see it breaks it down into personal, career, financial, and health. This works out well because it kind of ties into the Kanban board behind, which again I'll talk about in a minute. But I really like to tie these things in and have like redundancies, and repetitiveness does help me a lot. So I like to, you'll see I have a lot of the same goals written like over and over again in the same places, and that is intentional. So yeah, those are my January goals. Like I said, it comes with this spread already set up, and you just fill it in. And then on the back there is a mood tracker. As you can see, I've already started filling out for the month. And then this has a setup for a morning routine and a night routine. I don't use this as much because my morning routines and night routines are pretty well set, and they do pretty much adhere to this. But it's nice to go back and look over it every once in a while. And then on the back there is like a 3-month check-in to talk about, you know, what the last quarter was like basically, and answer these questions. I will do that at the end of, I think first quarter is through March, so I will do that at the end of March. And then it came with these blank graph pages to just kind of use whatever you want. So these I just use for like different lists and stuff. You can see I have my TBR written out there. So I need to go in and add these to my book journal. I just haven't done that yet. A lot of times I will write things out on these pages just to kind of brain dump and get them out of my mind, and then I'll go back and add them wherever it is that they need to go. So these pages often act as a brain dump. So I have January TBR there, 2024 book releases that are coming out that I want to read, which I'm going to do a separate video on. And these are also books that I have requested arcs from different publishers, so those are pending still. It's a pretty long list for the year. This was when we were talking about savings. You can see I have a list from October of video ideas. These are notes from church. Let's see, a future log that I used last year, another brain dump. This information on some doctor stuff for Nick for his kidney. I did a 24-hour reading vlog, a wish list for different things, more notes from church. This is just like a scripture that I liked, and tasks for my VA job. More tasks for my VA job, more notes from church, more notes from church. These are all like, this is another like brain dump type thing I did. October videos, more notes from church, more notes from church. And then I have some blank pages here. So I have set up for January. You can see here's the usual, just normal calendar view. And I like that these come already like colored. Each month is like color coordinated, so I really like that. So I don't really feel like I need to go in and decorate it more than that. I feel like my planner decorated enough, and just the colorful borders and stuff is enough for me. So I keep track of different things on the side here. See, we have a tattoo day coming up, my brother's birthday, and then I'll go in. This planner I use more for like tracking events and things. You know, like I said, obviously tattoos, dentist appointments. Nick has a doctor's appointment that I need to add in here. I'll track birthdays and anniversaries and things like that in this one. So this one's more like an actual calendar and planner. versus the other planner that I'm going to show you guys. And then we come to the weekly views. So this is 1 week, but it is broken down daily, which I love. At the top, there is an area for like time blocking, which you can see I color coordinate. And here's the different colors. So I've done that for today. And then you have an area to do like your to-do list, and then like the main things you want to focus for the day, or like the big things you want to focus for the day. So you can see I have that filled out. And then what I will do is at the end of the day, while Nick is showering, I'll usually come sit in here and look and see what I got done on my to-do list, and anything that didn't get done, I'll go ahead and transfer over to the next day. And I'll do that each night. And then on Sundays, I like to sit down and look and see what didn't I get done during the week, and then I will move on and get the following week set up. Then you can see over here, I have like a video ideas or videos I need to get done this week. I have an area for reminders, and then down here I did the color coordinating, so I'd remember which color coordinates with what. And then yeah, each month is set up the same way. Like I said, each month is different. And let's see, I forget, here's like the blanks. I just keep them at the back that I will add in eventually. So I have enough, yeah, through June. So halfway through the year. So in June I will order another set of these from Girl Gotta Change. And like I said, I've been using this setup for several months now, and I really like it. The time blocking really works for me for work, and I like having the to-do list easily accessible. And I just love the color of the cover itself, the binding itself. And let's see, we flip back here. Another pocket back here, actually 2 pockets back here. You can see I have more stickers, and then the back is all stickers as well. So yeah, that's that one. I love this one. This is the one you'll see the other planner I'm about to talk about is very big, so that one is going to be staying here. It also has a different kind of focus, so it's going to be staying here. This one is the one that I carry around with me, so that if at any point I need to refer to anything or add notes or anything like that, I have it right with me all the time. And this one's very easily very accessible and very easy to carry around. So that is that one. So this is the next one's gonna be the last of the actual planners. Everything else is gonna be kind of journals. So this one I just got in the mail. I got it for Christmas. I'm gonna see if I can move the camera back a little bit to fully, there you go. Now you can see the full thing. So this is from a company called Moxie Life. I love this cover. I'm obsessed with this cover. It is like cardboard kind of. And then it is spiral bound, as you can see. And it has this like rubber band to hold it closed. So this one is different. This one is not so much for like event tracking and like schedule planning, that kind of thing. This one is more focused on your goals for the year. So as you see, I'll show you when I flip through. So here it talks about the company, talking about like Moxie Life and what that means. So this company, the person who created this planner, is like a life coach person, does that kind of thing. They set up this whole system, this whole goal setting system, and this whole thing called the Wheel of Life, and like how to set your intentions and your goals and your visions for the year. They came up with this whole system. So I read this whole thing, and then they have what they call the life compass, and it's basically like how invested are you in these different areas of your life, how, like, what would you rate these different areas of your life, and what are your goals in these different areas of your life. And then you there's a whole assessment you take, you rate everything, and then there's like results. It gives you an area for like your word of the year, which you can see added there, your intentions for the year, and then it has you put in different goals. So you go through and you do the whole thing. There's a space for like mind mapping, and then you can write out. So there's the different areas. So there's personal, fun and recreation, work and learning, family and relationships, health and wellness, spiritual and personal growth, financial, physical environment. I think that's it. Yeah, so it's those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different like life areas or goal areas. And so as you go in and put like what are your goals for these different areas for the year. So you fill that out. As you can see, I didn't fill all of them out because I got kind of bored of it, but I basically know what my goals are for everything, so I don't really need to write it all down. And at this point, I had already done a different class, which I'll talk about in a minute, where I wrote all these same kind of things out already, so it was getting repetitive and I didn't want to do it again. But yeah, so you have a space to do all of that. You have a space to do your vision board, but as you saw, I have my vision board already created on my iPad, so I didn't really need to do it again. And then you can fill this up. You can do like a 2-page vision board if you want to. Goal setting tips, and then this is where you get into the actual year. So I just wrote my phrase for the year there, and then this is January. You have a normal calendar page, and then this is where this one is different. Like I said, it's not focused on like events and like calendar keeping. This is specifically for your goals. So you go through and you say, what are my goals based on the goals that I had for the year? What do I want to focus on in January in each of those same sections? So you fill that out. So I did that. I added what are the things I want to accomplish in each of the sections specifically in January, not for the whole year, but what can I do in a month, or what do I want to do in a month? So you write all that out. It gives you a chance to like reflect on the previous month here. I didn't do that for December since I didn't use this in December. And then you have a chance to say, okay, of those goals and those things that I want to accomplish in January, what do I want to focus on this week? So each like page, basically you start off very big picture for the whole year, and then you zoom down into a month, and then you zoom down into a week, and then you zoom down into daily tasks. So it's basically just paring everything down into like actionable steps one at a time, so that, because sometimes when you focus on the year and on the big picture, you kind of lose your way and don't and it's harder to know what you're doing, what you're accomplishing, and remember where you want to go. So this allows you to really, like I said, scale it down, focus intentionally on the month, and then breaking it down into the weekly actions and then down into daily actions. So these are the things that I took from my yearly goals, broke it down into my monthly goals, and then here are the things that I want to accomplish for this week alone. And then here you could do like a to-do list for each day. You could take these weekly tasks or weekly actions, as it says, and then break it down into daily tasks and spread those things out throughout the week so that you really have a clear view of today I'm doing this, tomorrow I'm doing this, blah, blah. But as you saw in the previous planner, I already have that. I already have daily pages. I have the time blocking. I have a to-do list. So I didn't need that much redundancy. I didn't need to repeat again. So instead of doing that, I'm using this more as a reflection area. I'm taking this information and adding it into that purple planner that I just showed you for my daily tasks. And then here I'm just focusing on like reflecting and how did I do on the things that I'm trying to accomplish. And then there's also a little habit tracker down here, which I do need to fill in for yesterday. So this is broken down. So then here, okay, so actually it's broken down by week. So then at the end of the week, like on Sundays, maybe I'll do that on my Sunday resets. I'll reflect what went well last week, what worked, what didn't work, you know, what do I need to fix, blah, blah. And then here we go into the second week. Okay, of those tasks that I had for the month, or those goals that I had for a month, what did I finish and what do I still need to do and add it on to the next week, and so on and so forth. So again, like I said, this one is not about your calendar and events you have coming up and time blocking, that kind of thing. This one is specifically tailored to your goals and goal setting. So I really like it so far. I have been referring to it. You know, of course, it's only January 2nd. I've only referred to it twice, but I'm hoping that I will refer back to it every day and remind myself of what my goals are and how I want to get there and how I am moving towards those goals. And like I said, I'm obsessed with this cover. I really like it. So between the planner, like the event calendar planner, and that one for specific goal setting, I think I'm gonna have a really good year and achieve some of these goals that I have. So I'm gonna take a sip of water and then I will move on to the next one. Now it's gonna be mainly just like binders and like journals, notebooks, not like actual planners. So this is a notebook that I have been using for a few months now. I got this notebook off of Amazon, and I wanted something that had different sections so that I could, I wanted somewhere where I could easily write things down and that could easily like refer back to, especially for work. So that is what I did. So the first tab here is for my VA job. This is anytime I have a meeting with my boss, Vanessa, I will take down notes here. If she has tasks for me to do, I will do to-do lists and keep information here. So this is specifically for my VA job with my boss. Then as you can see here, this is a personal section where I am keeping basically lists, again, savings information there, gist lists, to-do lists. I had Preptober planning in here, planathon notes in here, different posts I wanted to do. This is where I kind of thought out my phrase for the year and what it means to me. And then I wrote out a 24 and 24 list of things I want to do in 2024. That's going to be a separate video, so I have that written out here. Again, this is kind of an area, this is just a notebook where I'm basically writing things out and brain dumping and like mind mapping and that kind of stuff before I add it into my actual planners. So that is that. Then I have clients. This is where I do keep lists of tasks to do for my clients, notes if we have a meeting, what have you. So these are all the way back from October. Notes for my other, and I thought, oh yeah, it's okay. And then this one was like writing notes. So this was NaNoWriMo. So this is kind of like side hustle, side job type things. So Nano, my writing, YouTube, any year's videos I wanted to do. This is where I started to write out all of my videos for 2024. I need to go in and add these into my Notion calendar. But I like to see things written out. I'm very much a like pen to paper kind of person. So I like to write things out and then I'll go in and add them digitally to Notion. So that is all of that. These are notes on the book, the second book I started writing, my 2024 writing plan, ideas, just all kind of just random things in here. This was a class I took that I'm going to talk about in a little bit. I have some notes there. And then this is like some prayer stuff I did, some prayer requests I had, and yeah, so that is that one, kind of a mix of things, but I like to have everything in one place so that it's easy to refer back to. Okay, so the next one I have is a binder. I'm not 100% sure how well it's going to sit on here, so I may just quickly flip through it. I'm not going to go too much into detail on it anyways. So this says 2023 NaNoWriMo Planner. I used this as my NaNoWriMo binder, but I ended up turning it into my binder where I'm keeping everything for my books. So on the left over here in the pocket, I have character sheets where I'm breaking down all my characters for the one book I'm working on. This is where I broke down the projects I'm going to be working on in 2024 and like how much I need to write. Some notes, a calendar, like planning out that I did, and then different projects, the different projects I'm working on and how long I think it'll take me, and just different like journaling questions as far as my writing goes, some brainstorming things, publishing strategies, and then in here I have, this is the notebook for the first book I'm writing, and then I actually have a second notebook around here that is for the second story that I'm writing. So a notebook for each of them kept separate. I'm not going to go through that too much because I haven't really released like specifics about the books I'm writing. I do have a third book I want to work on this year, which is fantasy, which is not something that I ever thought I'd be writing. But that I'm going to save for the second half of 2024. So I will talk about that then. So yeah, that is one of the binders I'm using. I have this journal, which is kind of plain, as you can see. I need to revamp this. I started this last year and didn't continue using it, but I want to pick it back up this year. So this is my weight loss journal. I'm gonna, like I said, go in and fix this up for 2024. I just haven't done it yet. I have like my goals, and then weigh-ins, weight tracker, pounds lost, goals, and like rewards. And then I want to add a place to keep like measurements and things like that. And then I had, this was an old notebook and I had some church notes back there, but that's okay. So I'm gonna go through, like I said, and create new spreads for 2024, and I want to get back into using this. I just haven't had a chance to do that yet, so you'll see more of that in following months. The next one I have, as you can see, is a 5-year journal. Ray gave me this for my birthday, I believe, so thank you, Ray, if you're watching this. I love this setup. As you can see, I've not filled it out yet. So basically there's a spot for January 1st of 5 different years. So in this case, I did start the journal in 2023. Let me see what I can find back here. Yeah, as you can see, like September 9th, 2023. So this will be 2023, 24, 25, 26, and 27. And you get to write like a little snippet on the same date each subsequent year. And that way it's a good way to like refer back to previous years, which I love. Let me see if I can find. So yeah, as you can see here, I wrote like a little snippet for the day. I'll do the same thing on this date in 2024, and so on and so forth. And it's a great way to like memory keep and record keep, and just like a great way to look back and see what has changed on a specific day from year to year. And I just love the idea of that. And I love it all being in one place and so easily accessible. So I love this. Definitely need to fill it out for the beginning of the year. I didn't use it as much as I would have liked in 2024. Some months I did really good and some months I didn't, but I do really want to try to create the habit of it for this coming year. So that is that. So basically for that one, in like the following months, I'll basically talk about, did I use it? Did I fill it out every day? You know, like that. How consistent was I with it? This is another one that I have had for a couple of years now. I think I've actually had it for a while. I think I might have had it since like 2018. This is called the Wellness Journal. It's one, again, that I want to get into. I may have to, as you can see, some of it is filled out. So I may just refer to the back where I haven't filled out yet, or find specific areas that I haven't filled out. And as you can see, there's spots for each day. But let me find like the beginning of the month. So this one is specifically for like wellness. So you can see the calendar view, and then here there's some journaling prompts, like how did the month go? You know, what can I celebrate? What can I be more mindful of? You know, I'm sure this one you could probably use as like a normal planner as well. But what I've done in the past is use each of these little spots to either do like affirmations. I have an app that gives you different affirmations, so I'll write them out and then refer back to them. Or I've used it as like a gratitude journal, so I'll go through and each day just write a few things that I'm grateful for. I'm not sure which I'm going to do yet, but yeah, that's what I will use this for. Even though I've already started it, like I said previously, I'm just going to jump right back into wherever spots are blank and fill out the rest of that. So that is that one. This one, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with yet. This is the planner that I was using in 2022, or I think it might have been the first half of 2023. Yeah, I think it was the first half of 2023 before I got the other one, the purple one. So you can see there's like a monthly planner, and I have stickers and everything over here. Some lists, and I was using this for 6 months to life, or six month of life, or 6 month to life. I don't remember what exactly the phrase is, but that's another thing that Sarah Cannon does. I will link one of her 6 months to life videos. I think she just did a new one down below. I followed that system last year and created this journal to focus on different areas of my life for 6 months at a time. I don't think I'm gonna do that again this year because I'm kind of already doing that in other areas. So I'm gonna figure out exactly what I want to use this for. Here I have like trackers when I was tracking like my follower count and subscriber counts. Maybe I'll use that. Maybe I'll use this for that this year. I'm not 100% sure, but I do love this cover. I love the stickers on it. So I do want to figure out something to do with that. Then we just have a few notebooks and binders left. This one is that other writing binder that I was talking about. You can see there's a word count tracker there. I have some stickies for like scene cards and breaking down scenes into the different acts there and different information. This one, I'm gonna put it in that same binder that has all my other writing stuff in. This one I think I might use just for like word trackers and writing sprint trackers and like timeline trackers and stuff like that. So this one is dedicated to my writing as well. This one I have not used in a few years, but I would really like to get back into it. I was doing like artistic scrapbook style journaling. I did this specifically in 2020 when I discovered BTS. As you can see, I have some pictures there, and then I did spreads for the specific members for my biases. I did one for each of the members with their birth dates. This was right like when I became ARMY, and then right when ᴛGŞOIL came out. ᴛＧŞOIL had just come out when I became ARMY, so I did a little feature for it, talking about the different songs and highlighting different like lyrics from songs that I liked. Talking about my bias and my bias records. And the on music video is the one that the choreography video is the first thing of BTS that I ever saw, and the reason why I became ARMY. And this was the actual like music video. See Black Swan, Ego. I did a page about Euphoria, talking about Black Swan when it came out. And they did Carpool Karaoke, and then a few blank pages, and then this is when Ray and I met, like one of the first cards we ever sent each other, first pictures, things like that. And then some more spreads that I started and never finished. So I want to use the rest of this, not necessarily for like BTS journaling because they're in the military and we're not gonna have anything to journal this year, unfortunately. But maybe more to do more like memory keeping, like scrapbooky type spreads throughout the year. We go to the movies a lot, so I thought maybe it'd be cool to start doing spreads on like the different movies we go to see. Or if we have like a date day, take some pictures and create a spread for that. So I think I'm gonna put those in here. Hopefully it may not be something I do like every week, but maybe I'll try to do a couple spreads a month, so I have that to look back on at the end of the year. And then I have, so this is where the Kanban board comes in. Of course, I just spoke about the next binder, and only to realize that I didn't hit record, so it didn't record anything that I said. So the next one is the HB90. I don't have a cover on here, but the HB90 system, planning system. This is a system that Sarah Cannon from Heart Breathings has developed and created and used for years. I spent the last year like watching her talk about it and other people rave about it and how much it changed their lives. A lot of authors use it. I saw that Katie Robert uses this system, and I love Katie Robert, and I love Sarah and everything that she does. And so I have been wanting to do this system for a while. So when the next class came around in December, I decided to jump on. So I'm not going to go fully through this because this is, oh, there went my, let me fix this, my little stand that I'm in here. So I'm not going to go through this fully because this is her system and I don't want to like give away her stuff, you know. If you want to see more about it, you can follow her at Heart Breathings. It's linked below. But it just has you go through, there's a bunch of stuff like time blocking, setting your goals, turning goals into like projects and then tasks, breaking things down. So HB90 is focused on a quarter at a time. So this HB90 class we just did was focusing on quarter 1. All of my stickies to go on my Kanban board are in there. And yeah, so I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna go too into depth with that because that is her thing. Like I said, you can follow her to see more about that, but I do have the binder for it so I can refer back to it. And that brings me to the Kanban board. So I'm gonna close this so you can kind of see the board behind. So the Kanban board is set up, so the way HB90 works is you create 3 goals for the quarter. So for quarter 1, I had 3 goals. The first goal was my writing. The second goal was my VA work. The third goal was like basically social media. So YouTube, Instagram, basically, or actually not really just social media, but like my things that have the potential to be an extra income stream. So eventually, if I can build this YouTube up enough to start getting paid through YouTube, if I can grow my Instagram or TikTok enough, there's a partnership company that I use called Kale that I get paid through, so I have that on there. So social media and income streams VA work, and then my writing. So as you can see, the board is divided into 9. So the top is going to be your to-dos. So you break down your projects into tasks for the entire quarter. So each little sticky is a different like task, or broken down by week, or however I decide to break it down. And then so you move things down from to do. Eventually I'm going to put like labels on here so that I'll remember what's what. I just haven't gotten to that yet. So you're gonna start with to-dos. You're gonna move it down to like doing things that you're currently working on. And then once it's done, you'll move it down to the bottom. Same thing for each goal. And so this breaks down your goals into actionable, manageable tasks. And the act of moving a sticky down and seeing the progress you're making and seeing more and more of those stickies come down is a huge motivator, and is kind of like the central point to her HB90 program. So I've just started this. I haven't really started anything yet. I do need to move some of these down, but I think I'm going to do that in my regular vlog. But yeah, that is basically what the Kanban board is for and what it means. So when I do my monthly resets, you'll probably see me reset this, and then at the end of the quarter, I might do like a quarterly reset, and you'll see me switch out this whole board for the quarter. Then the next, actually that is it. Those are all of the ones that I have. I do have a separate binder for like health stuff that I'm going to be using for my Love Yourself like challenge group that I created. I'll talk more about that. I may talk about that in a separate video. I haven't revamped that binder yet, so I don't want to show you yet because it has stuff in it from like 5 years ago. But yeah, so there you have it. Those are all of my binders and planners and notebooks and journals and all the things for 2024. I am going to be doing these each month, like I said. Just kind of flip through, talk about what I'm using, what I'm not using, what is working, what's not working, what I've changed each month. Show, like I said, like a flip through and progression throughout the year. Let me know if you like these kinds of videos. Like I said, I love watching these. I watch Sarah's every time she does it. And yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a good time. I enjoyed making it. And I will see you in the next one.